Hello Capricorn, and happy birthday to you. Happy New Year. This is your January 2022 video. Now Capricorn, you've been going through Venus retrograde in your sign. Now Venus rules over love, relationships, and finance, beauty in life. It's the energy that really makes us feel good. And having a Venus retrograde, which will stay in retrograde until the 29th of January, is to ask yourself what really makes you feel good. Have you been honoring your needs, your emotional needs? What is important to you specifically, especially when you have a Venus retrograde in your sign? That's the first house of yourself. What is important to you? What is of value to you? How do you bring what is of value to you, what is of importance to you into your life? And that all starts with taking action. It all starts with awareness and coming into the awareness that certain things are important to me. These are my goals. These are my dreams. When it comes to your relationships, are your needs being met? When it comes to how you see yourself living your life and the people even around you, because remember, Venus retrograde rules over our relationships, be it personally, professionally, the people we relate to in our day-to-day life, the people we connect to, be it family, be it lovers, be it professionally. How do you see your life? Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? What needs to change? What needs to change within you? What do you need to give to yourself? What do you need to own up to? Right? And that's about Venus retrograde. It shows us things that we need to own up to, that we need to confess, that this is what really is what I enjoy. This is what makes my heart sing. And sometimes it can be in the way that it actually shows you what displeases you. So you can really become clear on what actually pleases you, like what makes you happy. And this can show us things in our relationships that make us unhappy, to show us this is what really makes you happy. You know you don't want this. You know what you want. So Venus retrograde has that way of doing that, putting things in our face in order for us to reevaluate our current circumstance and situations and relationships we find ourselves in. But it all starts with love of self and giving more of that love to self. And how do we do that? Well, it's by following through. If this is important to me in a relationship, be it consistency, be it trust, be it anything that I feel is what makes something work for me, it's by giving myself that, by accepting it about myself and actually making changes in accordance in my life in accordance to that. So that's your Venus retrograde until the 29th of January. So throughout January. On the 2nd, we have a new moon happening in the first house of self. Now, this is a new beginning for you. You are going through this reinvention of self with this new moon, with different things that you want. You are changing and evolving, especially going through a Venus retrograde. So clearly with this new moon, it gives you this reinvention of self, maybe even acknowledging things that you truly want in your life, so that you can basically reinvent who you are, what is tolerable, the boundaries, all of those things, and what you truly want to have within your life. Don't limit yourself. Oftentimes as Capricorns, you can get very stuck on structure, the routine, what you need to do, what you got to do, and it starts limiting you from what you actually truly want in your life. The thing is, it's about finding your heart here. Really find your heart about what you truly want to do, and that it doesn't limit you by giving you less, by giving you truly what you truly want within your life. It's the rules, it's the structure. Whenever we have those things and you are Saturn ruled, the structure of it sometimes can limit us. I mean, structure is good. Yes, order is good. Very true. We wouldn't get anything done if we didn't have those things. But sometimes having too much of that within our lives actually limits us from what we truly want, by just doing things by obligation. This is what I need to do. This is what I got to do. This is what I have to do. So don't limit yourself. On the 3rd, we have Mercury, and Mercury will be joining Saturn in your 2nd house. Here you will be thinking a lot about your money, your finances, your value, your skills, especially with Mercury and Saturn. So Mercury will have you thinking, Saturn will have you organizing and planning, wanting to see things fall into place. Use that energy, any ideas that you have, anything you want to start it then. Okay, this is very important because on the 15th, Mercury will go into retrograde for the next 3 weeks. So start what you need to start. If you have any ideas, especially because it's in your second house of money, I would also say it would be recommended to keep some savings aside, especially for the Mercury retrograde, because it will also be in the second house. So now it will be like something can come up that you might need to pay for or so forth. Unexpected, that's what Mercury retrograde is. Make sure all contracts are signed before the Mercury retrograde. Make sure that you check any fine print. Anything can come to completion though during a Mercury retrograde. So you can complete projects you've started previously during a Mercury retrograde, or any skills or any talents that you had from the past you might really actually pick up during the Mercury retrograde once again. And that's the 15th. Watch out for miscommunication. If you have to have a meeting, make sure you're on time. Check the date, check the time. So miscommunication, confusion, signing something and then afterwards later regretting it. If anything like that, if you're moving, make sure you read everything properly and just give yourself some time for those mistakes to happen, because Mercury retrograde sometimes, as it rules communication, our thoughts, and also people from the past might re-enter your life during a Mercury retrograde, especially with a Venus retrograde. On the 17th, we have a full moon in your 7th house, right, of relationships. This full moon wants you to look at what needs to be released within your relationships. A full moon in our relationships is what needs to be let go of, what needs to basically come to an end sometimes. The 7th house is the relationships you have with obviously someone that you're in a relationship with, family, professionally. The 7th house deals with relating to others. But especially when it comes to our closest relationships, especially with the full moon, you'll be feeling sensitive. You're feeling a bit emotional. There's certain things you need to release. There's certain things you need to let go of. So give yourself space and time. Also, during a full moon, certain things can come to culmination where it comes to like, oh, okay, a relationship can move to the next level too. But make sure that you are actually giving yourself everything that you need. Don't take it to the next level if you're uncertain, especially because we still have Venus retrograde. Oftentimes we can regret the choices come February or March of this year. Okay, on the 20th, the sun moves into your 2nd house. This is great opportunities for money, success, and blessings. Your talents, your skills, you're really working that energy of what are your talents? What are your skills? How can I boost my income? Especially around the 20th, this is a boost to income even. A boost to your value. Very beautiful energy. Actually seeing your worth, knowing your worth, connecting to people that support you. On the 25th, Mars enters your sign. This is about taking action. What do you want to take action upon? What do you want to do? Literally. Okay? And it has to do with what you love. Ultimately, you need to find that love and that deepest connection with the things that you do. That absolute, like, heartfelt passion. And Mars will lead the way and allow you to take the action. Mars is beautiful action. It's beautiful taking steps. It's also good for intimacy too, especially being in your sign. So you might even feel like you want to be a bit more physical with someone because Mars rules over our sexual desires as well. It's a very passionate energy. So just make sure that your heart is as well with everything that you do when Mars enters your sign. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. My website's linked down below if you'd like a reading, as well as a link for appreciation of these videos.